So at what age should my Muslim girlies be getting married? My opinion is the minimum age should be 25 years old. If you're really pushing it, 24.
What?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you guys doing? If you're new to the channel, my name's Raiz. So I'd start with this video by saying that 25 for the minimum age for marriage for a woman is way too late. I think there's so many factors that she's not considering. But let's just understand why she's indicating, why she says this.
But at least your first child wouldn't be born before you were 25 years old. And the reason why I say this is for several reasons. I have a lot of friends who've also married before their prefrontal cortex was developed. They also do not recommend getting married before 25.
Prefrontal cortex development, or plainly brain development. Now, I'll take it from a lifestyle perspective, rather. It's much simpler. Reason being is that as you grow or develop from your teens into your early 20s, there's obviously experiences that you're accumulating, and this obviously contributes to brain development. Now, with this brain development, I think at the point of 25, you'd accumulate so much experience already that you've adopted a certain lifestyle. And now integrating that lifestyle with a partner, or in this case, getting married, I think is more difficult than were it being that the whole process was done earlier.
And so like the last few videos I did about vetting a potential husband got some comments about how dudes can't really hide the toxicity and narcissism.
I find it commonplace for the terms toxicity and narcissism be associated with masculinity. It's weird to me. And from a Muslimah, I think this is a bit troublesome. Perhaps she's coming on from a feminist mind frame, I think, or mindset.
Any type of psychotic behavior for more than like 3 to 6 months. And to a degree, I do agree on that. But this is the thing. Within like the first 3 months of my marriage, there were problems. There were problems, but the thing was, I had two things going against me. Number one, everybody told me that the first year of marriage was going to be hard. And so in my mind, I'm like, okay, I just need to stick it out. I need to get through this first year. We're still adjusting. We're still getting used to each other, right? The other thing that was against me was the spiritual abuse that I had sustained from the Muslim community, from Muslim scholars, from Muslim media, Muslim books, my upbringing, Islamic schools, everywhere. The masjid, like everybody and their mom was talking about how the wife needs to have sabr. The wife needs to have sabr. And I got this messaging that men are just a certain way. They're gonna behave weird. They're not as emotionally intelligent as women. And you just need to be patient. And as an 18-year-old, there wasn't much that I could have used to gauge whether or not this man was like the normal, typical man or not. And the thing is, even if my ex was like the majority of men, I didn't have the tools at the time and the knowledge to know that he wasn't right for me. And that's mostly because of my age. I know a lot of young people don't want to admit that they don't know things, but you really don't know things. I honestly think 26 is the perfect age for Muslim women to get married in this era. Minimum 25, and if you're really pushing it, 24 years.
Now, I'm not sure if this brother or her ex-husband has traumatized her to the point where she is now saying this, but clearly her marriage was quite the negative one. And now I think she has this bad idea about early marriage, and even to a degree that she has this bad idea about men. Now, I think with the whole explanation of her support structures in terms of the Muslim community, the Islamic education, upbringing, and so forth, I think perhaps there was some type of insertion of feminist tendencies that might have gone against what perhaps these quote-unquote scholars or people of guidance could have told her. And so there might have been this discrepancy in her mind. And I think generally her case is very subjective, and so I don't think it's the best place to get advice. Again, I think getting married early is the better option. Of course, both man and woman need to understand what they're getting themselves into, what gender roles are, what is the Islamic implications of these gender roles, and so forth. And I think then, and of course, both parties need to be sincere and practicing and so forth. So I think then it would be a much better case.
I think it's time that we all start to just consider the other possibility.
Oh, let me in your world, you know. Oh, the spoils, boy, you're looking lonely.
If marrying one girl completes 50% of my deen, does marrying 4 girls complete 200% of my deen? No, but keep those options open, my brother.
The nikah is so simple. We're more worried about what the people are going to say. I have to make the wedding like this. If not, society will look at me in a different manner. At the expense of your child becoming so closed up, becoming addicted to all types of filth and evil, especially with the spread of social media. I had youngsters messaging in saying they're committing zina in the month of Ramadan. And they didn't know each other before the month of Ramadan, subhanAllah. How? Through social media. Last time I checked, brothers and sisters, all you need is the wali and 2 witnesses. It's as simple as that. The Messenger told us, most blessed type of nikah is the one with the least mahar. But what we're thinking about is that which makes us accepted in society.
And on that note, guys, Jazakallah khair for tuning in. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and keep following the channel, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.